Recording in progress.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the November 22nd meeting 2021 of the Personnel Commission of Long Beach City College. Thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate your attendance. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And John Thompson, would you mind leading us in the pledge? I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
John. No, let's see if I can remember to unmute here. But anyway, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States
of America, to the flag of the United States of America,
one nation under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
No, you're quite welcome. I'm sorry. I was hearing some feedback in there. I might have.
That's okay. Don't worry about it at all. There's a lot of us on tonight, which I appreciate.
Yes.
Roll call. May I go ahead and start with Robin? Hello, Robin. Not hearing you yet, Robin. Are you muted? I think you're muted. There you are.
Hi, Janine.
Hi, Robin. And Jeff, you're here too?
Here.
We're all here this evening. I'm here, and so we're all here this evening. On to public comments on agenda items. Juliet, do we have anything for this evening for public comments?
No comments were submitted, Janine.
Thanks, Juliet. On to approval of the minutes. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
And is there any discussion on the minutes from the last meeting? I'm not getting a full view here, so if somebody's raising their hand, please let me know. Hearing and seeing none. Robin?
Aye.
Jeff?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to item A of new business, approval of eligibility list for admissions and records technician 2. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
And is there any discussion on admissions and records technician 2? Anything for us, Jennifer?
We received a total of 70 applications. 8 individuals passed the subject matter expert review. 5 were placed on the eligibility list, and we're happy to report that 3 of those individuals were internal applicants.
Great. Excellent. Any discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing none. Jeff?
Aye.
Robin?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to B, approval of eligibility list. This is for athletic coordinator. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
And is there any discussion on this, or Jennifer, do you have anything for us?
Sure, we received 64 applications in this case. 12 individuals passed the subject matter expert review. 3 passed the oral panel interviews and were placed on the eligibility list. Of the 3 individuals, 1 is an internal applicant.
Wonderful, thank you. Any additional discussion on athletic coordinator? Hearing and seeing none. Jeff?
Aye.
Robin?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to approval of eligibility list. This is for human resources analyst. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
And is there any discussion on this item, or Jennifer, anything you'd like to add for us?
Yes, we received 55 applications. 12 individuals passed a written performance test and were placed on the eligibility list. 2 of those individuals are internal candidates.
Thank you. Any additional discussion? And again, I'm not seeing everybody on screen, so please say something if I'm missing you. Hearing and seeing none. Robin?
Aye.
Jeff?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to D, approval of eligibility list. This is for matriculation aid. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I will second the motion.
And is there any discussion, or Jennifer, do you have anything to add for us?
No further details on this one.
Thank you. Any additional discussion? Hearing and seeing none. Jeff?
Aye.
Robin?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to E, approval of eligibility list. This is for the science laboratory equipment technician. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I will second the motion.
And is there any discussion on this item, or Jennifer, anything for us to hear about?
This was a competitive applicant pool. We had 47 applications, 10 individuals passed the minimum qualification screening, and 3 passed a performance exam. None of those individuals were internal applicants.
Thank you. Any additional discussion? Hearing and seeing none. Robin?
Aye.
Jeff?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to F, approval of eligibility list for Senior Administrative Assistant, Human Resources Personnel Commission. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I will second the motion.
And Jennifer, what do we have on this one?
Another competitive applicant pool, 61 applications total were received. 17 individuals passed a written test that was outsourced to IO Predict, and 5 of those applicants are internal.
Thank you. Any additional discussion on the Human Resources Personnel Commission Senior Administrative Assistant? Hearing and seeing none. Robin?
Aye.
Jeff?
I vote aye.
And I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to G, approval of eligibility list for tutorial supplemental instruction program coordinator. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I will second the motion.
And Jennifer, anything on this one?
31 applications here, Janine. 7 individuals passed the SME review. 2 of those individuals that were placed on the eligibility list are internal.
Thank you. Any additional discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing none. Robin?
Aye.
Jeff?
I vote aye.
I vote aye as well. That passes unanimously. On to H, approval of the extension of working out of class. This is for skilled maintenance worker, Paul Acevedo. And I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name. May I have a motion, please?
Janine, these are the next 2 items, H and I, are in facilities, and we would like
Okay.
to pull these 2 items, please.
Oh, pull these 2. Okay, thank you, Jennifer.
Do we need a motion to do that just for procedural?
Yes, please.
If I do, then I'll make the motion to pull items number, what are the 2?
H and I.
H
Second.
and I, motion to pull or just lay item over to next meeting? What is the? Are we just pulling the item indefinitely, or are we laying it over to the next meeting?
We'll pull the 2 items for further discussion, and if we need to bring it back to the next meeting, we'll be sure to do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And Robin, did you give it a second on that and I missed it?
I did.
Thank you. Any discussion on that? Hearing and seeing none. Robin?
I vote aye.
Jeff?
I vote aye.
I vote aye, and that passes unanimously. That will be on to the next meeting if needed. On to J, approval extension of working out of classes for accountant Luis Roa. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I will second the motion, Jay.
And is there any discussion on this item, Jennifer?
Don't see the hiring authority on the call, so I'll just provide a general update that Luis Roa is being borrowed from payroll to serve in the accountant role. As we know, with her funding, all the additional hiring decisions and compliance issues, he's really stepping up to help in that capacity for the district.
How long has he been in that position, Jennifer?
The original start date was August 23rd,
Thank you.
2021.
Thank you. Any additional discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing none. Jeff?
I vote aye.
Robin?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to K, approval of extension of working out of class. This is for payroll technician Jessica Zarate. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I will second the motion.
And what do we have on this one, Jennifer?
John Thompson is here to speak on behalf of Malu Miranda.
Thank you.
Hello, Commissioners. This is directly a result of the previous extension. Luis Roa is a payroll technician who is working out of class as an accountant for the HERF accounting activities, as Jennifer mentioned. And I have a summary from Malu Miranda, who's on vacation right now, our payroll manager. The current payroll technician, Luis, is working out of class to support HERF accounting activities, looking Within our own department, our current senior office assistant, Jessica Zarte, brings solid PeopleSoft experience and has helped make this a smooth transition to fill the critical role of payroll technician due to the recent demands brought on by HERF funding and to ensure the district compliance with HERF requirements. We are aware that the working out of class for the accountant position will continue to help well beyond the 90-day timeframe originally requested. Payroll, therefore, is requesting that our payroll technician work out of class status also be extended to the similar timeframe of the HERF accountant.
Thank you, John. We appreciate that information. Does anyone have any other questions of John or any discussion that they'd like to share? Hearing and seeing none. Robin?
I vote aye.
Jeff?
I vote aye.
And I vote aye. That passes unanimously. John, thank you for being with us tonight. We really appreciate that information.
You're welcome, and thank you, commissioners.
Of course.
Thanks,
our
John.
pleasure.
Thanks.
On to L, approval of extension of working out of class. This is for the SBDC Operations Manager, Stan Ensberg. Stan Ensberg, may I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Robin, I think you're on mute.
I'm sorry, Janine, I apologize.
That's okay.
Motion.
Thank you. And was that I'm sorry, did you say second on that, Robin?
Second.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And is there any discussion on the working out of class for SBDC Operations Manager?
Yes, Janine, for the next three items, we've invited Pat Nye to speak on those
great.
items in his area.
Great. Thank you.
Welcome, Pat. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, and good evening, commissioners. So this, along with the next two positions we'll discuss, this is a critical part of the SBDC program. In particular, Sten is responsible for all of our reporting and managing sort of the extra workload and the extra grants we've been seeing through the pandemic. Our intent is to go out for recruitment on this position, and the next two you'll be hearing about once we get through the holidays. I'm happy to say that our small business work is starting to normalize a little bit, and it's not quite all hands on deck, but that has prevented us from moving through recruitment up until this point. So I do want to hold this position intact so that we do meet all the requirements of the grants we manage. And then, in the new year, look to make this permanent so we don't have to keep asking for extensions.
Sounds great. Thank you, Pat. Any additional discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing none. Jeff?
I vote aye.
Robin?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to M, approval of the extension of working out of class. This is for Executive Director, the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Program. This is for Ted Hyatt. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
And Pat, are you going to share with us again?
Yes, so Ted is sort of my right-hand person for the SBDC program. And as you may know, I am currently working out of class, and therefore I asked Ted to step up and work out of class into the position I had formerly held in order to run all the operations of the SBDC program. So we are very linked that way. And as you may know, this is related to the district's lending Shani Weber to the Community College Chancellor's Office,
Right.
which is the position I'm fulfilling while she's doing that. So there's a chain here that we're linked together.
Thank you, Pat. Any additional discussion on this item?
Who's
I know
actually
why Jeff
working-
is smiling. Go ahead, Jeff. It keeps me from having to say it.
Who's working in class?
Is that what you're going to say, Robin?
Yes, but I love it when there's someone else. So
Uh-huh.
thank you, Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's out of class. All right.
I think the
Everybody's
last
doing a
question
great
that Jeff
job.
asked regarding this, Janine, was, I believe the last time we broached this subject was how much longer was she going to be attached? And I believe we discussed this maybe 4 months ago. So I don't think anything's changed.
I don't think so.
That's
Pat,
it,
do you have
Mr.
any
Nye.
info on that?
It has not changed.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
we're all trying to step up and get it all done.
I
That's great.
respect that.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
Even Eloy Oakley, the chancellor for the community college system, is quote working out of class right now.
Is
Correct.
he? Oh, that's right. He
Yes.
is. I forgot.
But he just made an announcement he's coming back.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it is what it is.
Okay, any additional discussion on that item for Ted Hyatt? Hearing and seeing none. Robin,
I vote aye.
Jeff?
I vote aye.
I vote aye, and that passes unanimously. On to N, approval of working out of class. This is for Associate Director of SBDC, and this is for Diane Duarte. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Motion.
And Pat, you want to jump in again?
Yes, so this is the third link in the chain we just described. So Diane has stepped in as fulfilling the role that Ted was formerly fulfilling. So we are all, as I mentioned, linked here. And as soon as there's an opportunity to make things permanent, we will certainly do that.
That's great. Thank you. Any additional discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing none. Robin
Aye.
and Jeff?
Vote aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to O, approval of advanced salary placement. This is for administrative assistant. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I will second the motion.
And Jennifer, what do you have for us on this one?
The minimum qualifications are high school or GED and 4 years of experience. The candidate is coming to us with 9 years of administrative support experience in some college. And when we looked at internal equity, placement at step B does not disrupt internal equity in any way.
Thank you, Jennifer. Any additional discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing none. Jeff?
I vote aye.
Robin?
Aye.
I vote aye. That passes unanimously. On to P, we're going to be receiving and reviewing the class study recommendations and class specs, batch 3, first reading. And this is for AFT Local 6108 and the management team. So exciting. So this is first reading. We don't need a motion, I believe, correct? So Jennifer, I think you're just going to present for us.
Yes, so just a high level overview of where we're at today with the class study. So far, 475 notices have been sent.
Wow.
Of those, over half of them, 249, so just shy of 250, are ready for implementation. 226 of those notices need to go for a second reading. So by the next meeting, we're looking at including those 297 ready for a second reading, outcomes, I should say, or allocation recommendations, plus getting 71 more notifications ready for a first reading. So that's a high level overview of where we're at today. A lot of progress. Anticipated timeline includes coming back to the commission on December 6th, again, with as many final second reading as we can to wrap that up. We've also been invited to a dean's meeting on December 8th, and we will be sharing with all of the deans where we're at, just provide them a more detailed status update for their areas, and then share some general updates and answer any questions that they have to help with communication. And we're really happy to announce the introduction of our new LTE HR analyst, who is going to be my right-hand person on the class study. Her name's Jessica Obando, but I'll let her introduce herself in a few moments. So I don't want to steal her thunder there. And that's my overview for the class study as of right now.
Thank you, Jennifer. Robin and Jeff, do you want to start? And then I'm going to open it up to everyone else who would like to make comments.
I don't have any.
Everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving, hopefully. And
I don't think we're quite to that yet, Jeff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at my
Class study.
comments. Oh, class study.
Class study,
Nothing
sorry.
on that. Thank God it's there. That's, you know, I was saying though, great work. That's what I was. Great work on everyone again, moving this forward. I mean, I won't go back on my tirade of when and where, but anyway, congratulations on keeping this thing moving forward.
Thank you, Jeff. And anyone else want to share on the class study? Robert, are you there? Or
That's who I'm waiting to hear from, actually,
Yeah.
Janine, is I want to hear comments from Robert and
Donna's
Donna.
out there, and I'm not seeing.
We're happy it's moving forward.
There you are.
Yeah, we're really happy it's moving forward. We're working with Human Resources and Jennifer to try to move this forward as quickly as possible to get people closure on this particular issue. We're still talking about certain items and certain class specs, and there's a few still that are under review. But generally, we're happy with the way things are going, and hopefully, like I said, now all the readings are in open docs so people can look at their class study and review it and hopefully be happy with what we have so far. And I can't comment most past that because that's all we've really discussed.
It's wonderful. Thank you, Robert. Thanks for all the initiative for you and your entire team that you've put in on this to make it work. And Jennifer, everybody on your staff is just, I'm so glad we're finally making this significant progress. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Any additional comments from anyone else in the audience? Donna, did you want to say anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
I will say, Janine, that I just want to reiterate what Robert said. The importance of having the two readings is if anything is off in the first reading, it's full transparency. We have all of the class specs in the Dropbox. We welcome feedback. We want to get it right before the second reading. And so we had that conversation today. I was able to introduce Robert to Jessica. And we're also starting a more in-depth conversation about what implementation is going to look like specifically. So when we have more details around that, we'll share out publicly.
That's fabulous. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Any additional discussion on the class study?
Jennifer, the question always comes up, and I don't think we may have an answer, but I'll ask it. And the bigger component of this is the compensation component. And we've been a little bit in limbo as far as the Personnel Commission, as far as direction of what our role, responsibilities. So whenever we can get a little bit more clarity on that, it'd probably be appreciated, because I know that's a large concern that I would have. And so just as we move forward, where, if any, our role is going to be on the compensation component of this. And to Robert's point, once we get through with all, I would hope that we would, as a commission, and as a college, we would schedule where, if at all possible, to have classification studies in the future, to break it into segments, to where every year a segment. Now, right now it's done, so it's a little premature, but so every year there's a segment of them being addressed. And I know that's instead of all at once, it's such a massive, heavy lift.
Yeah.
That probably be prudent to look at for the future and easier for everyone, because the concern I have is I think a lot of people they want to get it over with, and that's no fault of anyone here, but it's just human nature. It's been so long, and then it's all such a massive document and effort. And so I would hope we'd have a little bit more, for everyone's sake, just have a little bit more organizational as we move it forward in the future. That's just a suggestion. And whenever you can answer the question of what role, if any, we have on the compensation study, would be appreciated. Thank you.
That's an excellent point, Jeff, and well taken. We are already doing research on best practices. We have found a few model organizations that we want to look to for the reclass process, which is an annual process. Typically, what we're seeing as a trend is it starts in October. It is a form that is submitted to HR. It goes under review through January, and then that allows us to coincide with the budget cycle so that we can make any final determinations by the end of the first quarter in a year, with the hope to implement by July 1st of the fiscal year, the beginning of the fiscal year. So that is a model that we found that we're liking at the moment, but when we get to the compensation phase, we can share more details. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Any additional comments? Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, with that, we will go on to informational items. Our next meeting is Monday, December 6th, 2021, 5 o'clock via Zoom. And on to closing items. First, comments from the staff. Jennifer, what do you have for us this evening?
So as I shared earlier, I have some of the staff on the call and ready to introduce themselves. I don't want to steal their thunder, but I do want to highlight some of our accomplishments. I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm going to allow Eric Cornejo to go first. He's currently the LTE HR specialist handling permanent classified recruitments. And just to give everybody an idea, we ran 55 classified permanent recruitments last year. That's what we reflected in our PC annual report. That was up from 35 recruitments the prior year. And so the workload is pretty heavy. Right now, we're currently hiring 12 permanent hires and we have 22 exams at different phases. And Eric has jumped in like a champ behind Mei Shi and just taken that on. So Eric, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's an honor to be with you, commissioners. My name is Eric, and like Jennifer just mentioned, I'm the new guy in town. I just started taking over the permanent classified recruitments about, less than a month ago. And I've hit the ground running. I've tried my best to make sure that there have been no disruptions to service for anybody. Make sure all of our candidates are moving forward as quickly as possible to make sure all of our hiring departments are happy and their goals are being met. So it's an honor to be with y'all, and I'm excited to be a part of the team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else want to say hi to Eric?
Eric, where were you before this?
I was actually in the beer world. I was the general manager of a couple different breweries and bars, and that's what I've been doing for the last 8 years.
This is a different environment.
I don't know.
We
I
hope.
don't know. As the famous words of one time in a movie, when all else fails, start drinking heavily. You may fit right in. That's great.
Anyone
That's
else?
good to know.
Robin? Robin, did you have anything for Eric?
I just want to welcome you to the team, and I'm glad that you've hit the ground running. And I like that. I like exactly what you said. You came in, you saw a need, and you just got to work. And those are the type of people that we want to keep attracting to the college. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you.
Glad to have you as a Viking, Eric. Thank
Janine.
you. Jennifer, who else do we have for this evening?
I'll just quickly share that we have Patrick Connell, HR specialist, who's not with us tonight, but I'm going to invite him to a future meeting. And I also have LTE HR analyst Sonia Velez. So I'll be inviting the two of them to introduce themselves and speak before the commission. Next, I have Candace Townsend, who's worked alongside Patrick Connell, and she has been instrumental in processing as a team over 475 requisitions. This is for our limited term employees, student workers, anybody who's exempt from the merit system. So basically our hourly requisitions that come in, and they're very peak season is right before the start of a semester. And it's a huge workload, huge undertaking, especially with her funding. It just has doubled. The workload has doubled and tripled in some cases. So Candace, go ahead.
Hi, thank you for having me, Commissioner. I'm glad to be here. Like I said, my name is Candace Townsend. I've been with the college since June, so I'm just thankful to be here. Like Eric said, I did see there was a need. We had quite a bit of a workload. There was a bit of transition within our team. So I just jumped in where I could, learned as much as I could, as quickly as I could, and really stepped in. Also thankful for our team and for the help that I've had. It wasn't just me, myself. There's quite a great team that we have in HR to be able to complete all the tasks that we've had. So thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here, Jennifer, or Candace. I'm sorry.
Candace,
Thank you
and
for being
welcome.
here. Yes.
Welcome.
And Candace is not sharing everything, but she has also been instrumental in training others on our VOE process and EDD claims, and just really being a support to new staff that we welcome. So thank you, Candace.
So she's brand new and she's so successful that she's able to train others. That's about as good as you can get. Thanks for that hard work, Candace. Jeff, did you have anything?
Welcome. Way to go.
Thank you.
Next, we have Emmeline Gomez, and Emmeline is an LTE HR specialist. She's jumped in to take over our VOE, verification of employment, and also our EDD claims. And she just jumps in everywhere we need her, supporting onboarding efforts. So Emmeline, go ahead.
Hi, how are you guys? Nice seeing you. My name is Emmeline Gomez. I am part of the Long Beach Vikings now, as you guys can tell. I am taking care of the VOEs, the EDDs, also helping Candace and Patrick and Eric as well, and anything I can, like requisitions, making sure the onboarding is going well, smoothly, and anywhere that I can help and if I can learn, I definitely step in. I do believe in teamwork, and honestly, we have a great team here. I'm all about that one team, one dream that I learned in my previous job with In and Out. So, I mean, without them and all of us working together, I don't feel like we would be able to do what we're doing right now at the moment. But thank you for having me, you guys, and I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Emmeline. Thank you for being here tonight, too. It's always nice to see faces. We never get to see faces. We just see names, and it's so nice to see your faces with us. So thank you for being here.
I
Jeff or
like
Robin?
that, Emmeline, one team, one dream. Yes, absolutely. And that's what I really enjoy about the HR department. I can tell that you guys are happy. I see it in your smiles, and I know that you're working together as a team. We can see the output, and I appreciate all of you.
Thank you.
HR is, I used to work in HR at one time in my career, and I used to tell people that HR, they're the resource for the humans in the organization. It's not just human resources, but you do everything for everyone, and we genuinely appreciate you. I always want you to know that. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Robin.
It is very demanding and sometimes thankless, but HR is critical to so many aspects of the college. But I'm looking at the three of you. They're young, they're energetic, they have beer, and they have In and Out. I want to join that party.
I know. I'm used to the drive-through lines. I'm like, so I'm pretty sure I can handle all this coming at me. I'm like, if I can cook burgers, I can definitely get you guys what you need at the time and pace, the motion that I need to learn how to do that. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
I want to go to their holiday. I want to go to their holiday party.
Yeah,
Oh,
really.
I know. It's actually fun. I actually had the privilege of meeting Lindsay last year. I got to all-star with them. So I got to open up different restaurants in different states. So I got to meet her, and I was training actually for management there, and I love the core of In and Out. They're very good with the aspect, and you guys meet the core fundamentals as well. So I mean, that's why I'm here. If not, I would still be flipping my burgers,
That's great. I love that. I love the enthusiasm. Thank you so much, Emmeline. Anyone else?
Last but certainly not least, but she's the newest addition to the team, is Jessica Obando, and she will be my right hand on the class study. Juliet and I met with her last week and did a quick download. I'm happy she showed up this week. We didn't scare her away. But Jessica, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me this evening. Like Jennifer just mentioned, I just completed my first week last Friday, and I do have a background in classification compensation, so I'm excited to use that and help Jennifer move the class study along. And I am excited to be with you all tonight and to be part of the HR team.
Thanks, Jessica. Where did you come from?
South Long Beach.
Oh, nice. Nice. So
Mhm.
you don't have too much of a difference in your drive, I assume.
No, thankfully, Long Beach City College is much shorter, a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Jeff and Robin, did you have any words of welcome for Jessica?
Welcome, Jessica, and I am so happy that you're from the beach and coming to
Thank
Long Beach.
you.
So I kind of, were you working at Cal State Long Beach, or you just graduated? You were working there, so we stole you from Cal State Long Beach?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So welcome, and you're in a great place. I can't say enough about the college.
I can tell, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you're gonna enjoy it. You really are. You're with a great group of people. So welcome. And
Thank you,
come and
Robin.
see us anytime. You're always welcome to come to the commission meetings. They're not closed, so always feel free to drop in on us, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Jeff, anything from you?
You're welcome to come to our meetings, but trust me, they're not as much fun as beer and In and Out and young, energetic people, but you get people like me. But anyway, welcome. And Long Beach City College is a lot more, we're a lot more fun than Cal State Long Beach or whatever.
I agree. I can already tell it's only been a week. And funny enough, that In and Out was my first job ever.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you.
Good group.
Thank you.
Yeah, great hires, Jennifer. Thank you for bringing this great staff on and letting us meet them tonight. Again, I just appreciate so much seeing their faces, their enthusiasm, and really appreciate what all of you are doing for all of us. So thank you so much for being here, taking your time to be here with us. Jennifer, did you have anything else for us tonight?
Just to wrap up, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your much deserved time off at the end of this week. And I just want to commend the team for pulling together. I think they all said it very well. The workload is high, but we keep our smiles on our face and we pull together every time. And I'm just very grateful for them and wanted to publicly thank them for their work. So thank you, team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Jennifer, may I clarify, are we closed on Friday and Thursday and no other days off this week?
Thursday and Friday only.
Okay, thank you. All right, on to comments from the commissioners. Robin, would you like to go first or do you want Jeff to go first?
I will defer to Jeff.
Okay, Jeff, you're up.
I just, I was only going to say again, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope everyone has a joyous holiday. And on a sad note, only because Vicki Lurch, Val Lurch passed away. Sadly, when I called her on Friday or Thursday of last week, I was going to go by the house to see Val, and she said he had finally slipped into a position where he wasn't taking visitors. So sort of a sad, because a great supporter, but in fact one of our, with Vicki at the college. So sad to see Val passing, but obviously he's in a better place right now. So, but with that, for that reason, why Thanksgiving holidays, everyone enjoy the family. Thank you.
He was the nicest man. Were you on council with him, Jeff? I don't remember.
No, he was staff for Jerry Schultz at that time.
Oh, that's right.
But I have known Val for a long time because he was so active in North Long Beach.
Yeah.
Just always a fun person to be around. I know in politics that's usually, what does that mean? But just an enjoyable personality.
Yeah, very nice man.
I don't think he had a mean bone in his body.
Right.
He didn't.
Right.
He didn't.
Thank you for that, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. I didn't know he had passed. I knew that the time was getting near. The fire department had gone over to honor him, and I had read the article on it, and I thought, I just love my city because they just took it upon themselves to go over. He was so instrumental in helping them get their fire department up and running, and for them to go over and spend time with him. I just said, this is my city. This is Long Beach. This is who we are.
Yeah.
And Val Lurch was a generous person. I had always read about him, but had never had the opportunity to meet him. And we were over at the Grand for an event. And he was there, just magnanimous, his personality. And do you know, I didn't even know he was unwell. We talked and laughed as if we had known each other all of our lives. And it was my first time meeting him.
Yeah.
So I know that he didn't know a stranger.
Oh yeah, he was amazing.
He was good for Long Beach.
Lovely, absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's going to be really missed.
He is. And Jeff is right. So we have to remember that Thanksgiving is for all of those things, not just about having a meal, but for remembering and honoring the family that we have. Life is so precious.
Yep.
It's so fleeting.
Sure will not be easy on Vicki and the granddaughter and the entire family. I mean, so, hopefully, but Vicki she was just the fact that I talked to her last week, right before all this began. So, just obviously our best wishes and
Yes.
the entire Rich family.
Absolutely.
Anything else from the commissioners? Okay, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I'm so thrilled to see the new faces that have joined us tonight. So happy to have you here. I appreciate everyone being here. And so with that, I hope that everyone has a great time off and a great time with family and friends over the next few days. On to public comments for non-agenda items. May have anything from Juliet or anyone who's out there who would just like to share with us. Anybody? Are we going to all be
Robert?
I'll make a comment.
Thanks, Robert.
I want to thank the commissioners for everything they're doing. And I want to wish the community a happy Thanksgiving, as well as all our fellow Vikings and the commissioners too. Thank you so much for everyone, participation and support on trying to get everything completed this year. And I'm looking forward to finishing off and pushing the last month of school or timeline before the semester ends. So thank you all.
No, thank you, Robert. No, all your hard work and your leadership, we really appreciate it. Anyone else out there who would like to say anything? Okay, hearing and seeing none, we're gonna recess to closed session. I anticipate there will be no announcements whatsoever. So I tell you that only so that you don't come back and say, why did you just take all of our time and you don't have anything to say when we come back? And I know that your time is precious, so that's the reason for sharing that. But I don't anticipate any announcements after closed session whatsoever. But with that, we're going to go into closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.8 on case review and planning. And we will reconvene when we get done. So I'm not sure when that will be. Thank you everyone so much for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it. My fellow commissioners, Kristen and Loy, will be going into closed session. Everyone else, we'll see you when we come back out. And again, thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate it.
Recording
you,
stopped.
Thanks, Pat. Thank you, Candace.
The recording stopped, but team, thank you again for being here.
Recording in progress.
Thanks, Dario. I'd like to reconvene open session and call to order the meeting of the Personnel Commission for Long Beach City College. Today is November 22nd, 2021. We have nothing to report on closed session pursuant to 54957.8. We did case review and plan, but there are no reports for this evening. Does anyone else have anything to share? I'm going to be on The Price is Right next Monday, so wish me luck.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so when you go, okay,
Yeah.
this is real important.
Okay.
When they start coming down the line, that's when they're picking you for the show. So
So
what they're going to do is they're
they're
going to
not doing it that way anymore, though.
Yes. Oh, okay. They changed it.
Yeah, completely changed.
Oh
it.
man, because
Yeah.
that's where they used to pick you, was when you
I
got
know,
behind.
I know.
So my mom got on there and won.
What year was that?
Yeah. Not the big showcase. She won the
Yeah.
second one.
What year
Girl,
was that?
Well, it's too long ago for me to remember, but this is what I can tell you. They won. My mother won a house full of carpet, furniture. We used this nasty furniture polish for years. Matter of fact, I think long after she died, there was still furniture polish in the garage. But it was so much fun. But when we went, she used to make us all go. We got tired of it. We'd stop answering her calls. But it was when Bob Barker was there.
Oh my gosh.
That good look. And she kept trying to flirt with him. Oh girl, it was a scream. Anyway, have a blessed time.
Thank you. I was on 15 years ago and I won a car. So with Bob Barker on his last season. So so I'm hoping.
I can't
Don't
help
tell
you.
them or
Good
they
luck.
won't pick you.
So, but they do it very differently now. They have everything is all done already. And then it's just finding out if we get on stage or not. So
Okay. Well,
anyway, I'm super
Wow.
excited.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll take your used car if you win a new one. I
Okay.
have a lot of kids.
Well, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'm working with the best people, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you all so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a
Thank
good night.
you.
Thank you, Dario.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Dario.
everyone.
Thanks, Robert.
You are so
Bye,
appreciated.
guys.
Recording
Take
stopped.
care.
Thank you. Good night.